You're here bringing your wife Judy to court,
Yes, I am.
seeking to get a spousal agreement?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me the situation which led to you wanting to come to court to have me help you come up with a spousal agreement.
Well, you see how she dressed for court today.
Well, I'm sizing up
And that
everything.
was court, and I told her before we left, I says, you're going to court today. I says, you should probably wear something more appropriate. So, I mean, you can imagine how she dresses when she goes out with her friends.
You've been married 22 years.
Yes.
I understand you're an aerospace engineer, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're the father. You both have 4 children.
Yes.
And you have one daughter that's 16.
Right.
And she has autism.
Yes, she does.
How has the marriage been up until now?
It's been okay, but I've felt like I've been homebound a lot, just staying at home, taking care of the kids, the investments and so forth. And a few years ago, I had a neighbor move in, and she kind of helped me get out of my slump, I guess, and go out more, start taking care of myself, exercise, and have fun. And it seemed to have caused a rift in our marriage. He got really upset that I'd been going out just for the girls, with the girls, out to clubs and so forth, having a good time, and he didn't seem to understand it, and he didn't seem to give me my space.
Well, when you're going out with your girlfriends, who's home with the kids?
My husband, or my
Okay.
older daughter, who's 18.
You all were taking care of your daughter at some point before you put her in the facility?
Oh, yeah, for years.
For
For a long time.
a long time.
Right.
That was a lot.
Yeah, that was real stressful for me. I mean, I spent lots of years going from one therapy to the other therapy, and I still do. I spent a lot of time with her. But I feel like my other kids are older, and they can help take care of her and take care of each other a lot more, so I should be granted a little bit of reprieve and be able to go out once in a while.
Well, unfortunately, when we have kids, we sign up till they're out of the house.
Right.
Midstream, we can't just go find ourselves. Do you know what I mean? At the expense of the children.
My youngest is 10, middle one is 13, the oldest is 18. So they have everything available at their hands. They've got internet, they got the Wii.
They don't have their mother, though, honey. You think you're going through a little midlife crisis?
Yes, I am going through it. This is my therapy.
But Judy, this is bigger than this, honey. You're going to wake up one day and this good man going to be gone. I've seen it all. I've seen men have midlife crisis with the convertibles and the younger women. But you rarely...
Excuse me, did he mention his motorcycle? He's got a motorcycle he likes to drive around. He bought that's his midlife crisis.
Okay. And then we see now a woman who I don't think you really wanted to tell me your age. But I understand we're the same age
Yes,
in real life,
yes.
okay? I have no problem telling people my age because I'm holding on, honey. Right? So I'm not running from that. So why are you running from it?
Why am I running from it? Well, a lot of the people I hang out with are a lot younger than me, and I don't want them to know my real age. They don't
Really?
Yeah, they're a lot younger. We go out to clubs, we have a good time, and,
So
I'd
when
like
you're
to
out
keep
in
it,
the
it's
clubs
none of
with
their
the-
business.
When you're out in the clubs with the younger people, where's your husband?
He's at home.
So here you're going down this journey 22 years later. You're a 40-something-year-old woman. I would say my age, but I'm doing this for you because I know you've asked that we let it go. You don't want me to say it. But a 40-somewhat woman. And you're going out with your friends
Yes.
that are 20-some years young.
Yes.
It's almost the age of your
Maybe
kids.
10, 15, yeah.
All right? And you don't think that anything's wrong with that when you got a good man, an intelligent and bright man who's keeping the kids, and you saying he's going to be there for me. I'm flabbergasted by this. I'm trying to just be calm about it and try to really understand you because I didn't go through a midlife crisis. This is as good as it gets where I am now. And I wouldn't be 20-something if you wanted me to be. Because I was a fool at 20-some years old. And if you're in a club with 20-some-year-old people, that means men are flirting with you and you playing a dangerous little game there.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's not like I'm doing anything. I'm just going out and having
Yeah,
a good
let's be
time,
for real
dancing.
now.
I come home.
Y'all
I
came
come
to
home
court.
every night
Are
at
you
2:30,
not? I can
3
tell you're a
o'clock.
little flirt, so come on, let's bring it on out. You don't think that you're feeling good? I mean, you're an attractive woman. As I said, your husband was attractive. You're an attractive woman. And do you get some kind of rush
Yes,
or
I
ego
do.
boost?
I do. I go out, and if somebody pays, especially if they're younger, it does. It gives me a little bit of a boost and
You
makes
know
me
what
happy.
that's about, though, right?
And then, I come home, and then, he benefits from it.
Well, I know he's glad about the benefits. He's not saying anything.
Okay. Well, this started quite innocent. A mom just wanting to have a good time with her girlfriends. Every mom deserves to have a time out. But then it just slowly started to devolve into her basically admitting that she walks a fine line between flirting and cheating on her husband. He benefits from it. I don't know that you want to be advertising that. It is very clear that this woman is very insecure about her age, about her lifestyle. She probably got married young, had kids young, so she didn't have the time to go out to the clubs with her girlfriends and realize that that kind of lifestyle is not something you want to be doing in your 40s. She has some sort of arrested development going on. People say something along the lines of the age you were when you had a traumatic event, or the age you were when you got famous, for example, is how you stay for the rest of your life. It's the age that you will continue to act. And I feel like there is some truth to this if you don't deal with those things. So she became a young mom. She is raising an autistic child, which it seems like the autism is pretty developmentally severe, seeing as they had to put her into a facility. So I imagine this woman is definitely stuck in her 20-year-old brain, and she saw a ticket to get out of there when her new neighbor came in the mix and realized, oh my goodness, all these young boys are paying attention to me. I still can dress sexy. I still can go out to clubs, get a little flirty, but then also come home to my husband. I don't think there's anything wrong with her still wanting to go out with her girlfriends and have a good time. But when it's becoming a frequent thing, frequent enough for your husband to be like, hey, we need to go to court over this, there comes a time where you have to really look at yourself and think, what am I doing with my life? You can't exactly have the best of both worlds in this situation.
Judy, you and I are the same age, so I can talk to you, woman to woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need somebody to tell me I'm an attractive woman to know who I am. My children are the ages of the people you're going out with. I find it to be really inappropriate. But you're missing out on, instead of embracing the march toward 50, half of our life over, you're trying to go back and you can't go back. Because what's going to happen is somebody's going to be left behind and you're going back. You might think they don't know how old you are, honey, but they know. They could look down at our leg and see our varicose veins. They know who we are. I could fool myself, put makeup on it, but they know. Because we're mature.
Yeah.
And we giggle and we smile. But it's definitely a midlife crisis. All right, well, let's go through the list of things that he says you all need help with the marriage.
Okay.
First thing he says, I don't want any more surprises. I want to be informed on major decisions. What do you mean by that?
Well, that started when we got married. She called me up on a Wednesday and said, guess what we're doing Saturday? And I said, what? She says, we're getting married. So, all right, I love her. I got married. And then when she was pregnant with her first child, at 4 months pregnant, she said that, when the baby's born, my mom's going to move in and help me out. I said, fine. And the next day, her mom moved in, right away. Another one, I come home, she says, guess what we did today? We bought another apartment building. I said, how the heck could you buy an apartment building if I didn't sign the purchase agreement? She said, well, I signed your name for you. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of that. And
Okay.
then
But they were good investments,
After
John.
so many
Yeah.
times of her doing this, have you ever put your foot down and said, wait a minute?
I do, but
It
I
doesn't
think
matter.
it falls on deaf ears.
Oh, this woman is crazy. Calling up somebody and saying, hey, guess what we're doing this weekend? Getting married is insane. He went along with it, so he's got to be a little cuckoo too. Man, if my boyfriend wasn't working right now, I would call him up and be like, hey babe, guess what we're doing? I don't think he would jump at the opportunity, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's a very reasonable response. So a little bit of responsibility falls on him for that one. The buying an entire apartment building, That is certifiably insane. And you're over here just giggling away.
Do you know what a marriage is?
Yes, it's two people compromising. But I make better decisions than he does.
So you've been making these big decisions. Do you not think, come off my soapbox for a minute, that you need to give him the honor of being the man of the house? Is that not right?
Yeah.
Like
Very-
what?
very accurate.
For example?
Well, it's just every
Like
every
what?
little
What?
thing.
Going
or
out and
whatever.
buying an apartment complex.
It's
Yes.
just, well, like,
Well,
take,
it was
for
a good
example,
deal,
Like we
and-
were,
Yeah, but what does it take 2 seconds to pick up the phone and say, honey, I found a wonderful deal.
Oh, yeah.
There's this apartment complex I want us to buy. Doesn't that seem more reasonable?
No, that's what I do. I just, a couple of times in the past, I have seen a really good deal and you can't pass it up, and he hasn't been that really accessible. So I went ahead and,
No, but what I'm saying
Made
is
an offer.
that's the problem. Your husband is in court today with the first issue, and we can't get past that. The first issue is that's not acceptable in a marriage. All he's asking is that you can't make the decisions, but share it with him.
okay, yeah, that's
Does
reasonable.
that seem reasonable?
That's very reasonable.
Do you think you're amenable to?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the next one.
Okay.
I want my wife to listen to me and discuss issues with me if she disagrees. What's happening now with that?
well, there's a lot of little things, like, I don't know if she wants to talk about the D-Land incident.
Oh, no.
No? Okay. But, we
why?
had season passes for the kids. And she tried to go in using her mom's ID, who had a season ticket also, and then got arrested.
But you had the money,
I know,
though.
but I already had the pass. I had
So
a
you
pass
then you
already.
were arrested in front of everybody?
I got arrested, yeah, put in jail. And I have to say, it was an experience, and I think everybody should go to jail at least one time, just for the
Well, honey,
experience.
let me say this. That's why I wear this robe. And Damon will tell you, I don't want to go to jail for anybody. So I don't know what that was about that you were trying to do. I do not recommend that folk go to jail.
At least one time.
No.
So,
Well, I
so
only
I'm the
spent a
ranting
day. I only
lunatic
spent
on
a
that
day,
one.
and he
Huh?
hasn't
you
let me
have to know
forget
it
it.
must have
He
been-
hasn't let me. It's been like 12, 13, and he has not let me forget it. I mean, he was there when I went out to the arraignment, and he was like so upset. And even to this day, you mentioned Disneyland, and he still gets upset.
I think everyone should get locked up just for the experience, You only live once. This woman just screams privilege and entitlement, and oh my gosh. She is one of those women who grew up getting away with everything. She probably always got what she wanted and didn't have any severe consequences. Who is giggling about going to jail and getting arrested in front of your family at Disneyland? And listen, man, I know she probably was so fun and outgoing and was the life of the party when you guys met, but clearly she didn't show signs of being a good partner, seeing as she made even the first big decision of getting married without you. This is why you gotta be very particular about the people you marry.
Then there was
I'm
another
in the
time-
business trying to outslick Mickey Mouse. I mean, what's the example to the kids? I said Mickey Mouse because my granddaughter loves her some Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? That you're the reason why when you go now, you got to use them fingerprints.
Probably.
Trying to be slick when you got the money. Okay, let's go to the third one. I want my wife to support a relationship between our family and my parents. I take it you don't care for his parents?
No, they've never been around. There are people that like to stick to themselves. They're very racial.
What you mean racial?
I'm of Mexican descent,
Oh, okay.
and so they have a problem with it. So
You think they have a problem with you?
Yeah, they
you
have a
think
problem.
your parents have a problem with your wife because
Not at
she's
all.
ethnic?
yes, they do. They do, honey. They told his brother, not to only marry white. Don't marry any Latinas.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, you know
Oh,
that.
okay.
He told you
Well,
that.
guess what? Shame on them.
Yeah,
Guess
so-
what?
and I'm not gonna
We
hold
can't
that.
worry about them.
Right,
Because
exactly.
your children need their grandparents around them as long as they're not bigots. And they're
Right.
not that, right?
No.
Too late. After 22 years, you married to her now.
I know.
But I know in the wonderful world you would like for everybody to mingle. She
Yes.
prevents them from coming to the house.
Or us visiting.
No, I don't prevent them. They don't want to come over. They don't come over. They don't want to. It's like I've always welcomed
Would you
them.
go with your husband to his parents?
No.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Are you willing to do it at all?
And she won't let me take the kids either.
No, he can go himself.
Well, wait, how your kids are in this?
But they don't care about the kids. They've never come to a birthday party. They've never done anything. So it's
Yeah,
like,
but how you going to prevent your kids from going with your husband to see their grandparents?
why should they?
Because that's their grandparents.
I know, but they don't have anything to do with them. They don't
But
want to see them. I mean, they'll see them out of
You really
curiosity's
think
sake.
your parents want to see them?
No, they don't want to see
Well-
him, John. You go and tell the truth.
But, to the point where she gets upset with me if I even call my mother and wish her happy Mother's Day. That's maybe
Do you
getting a
really?
little over the top.
I just don't want to have anything to do with them, really.
Okay.
I don't.
But then she doesn't want me to have anything to do with them
Well,
either.
yes. But what you have to understand is, if you can't come to an agreement about the children, because if they don't want to see your kids, I can understand that. But he wants to maintain a relationship with his family, and you're going to have to let him do that and not feel threatened by it. You can't make them like you. But that's what I'm talking about. When you come to know who you are, you don't need their validation. They're missing out on you, a lovely woman who's worked and loved their children. So would you be open to at least them talking with them on the phone to get it started?
The kids?
Yes.
No.
Or a visit.
No. If they
You
want to
know,
come
I've
out, if they
offered-
want to come out and visit, I'm all for that. I've always opened my door, but they don't want to come over. That's the only thing.
Well,
they
that's
don't
the
like
test
it.
to see if they
Yeah.
really change.
They won't come over, believe
You
me. But
understand
yes,
me?
definitely.
If they really change, then they need to come up in your house and respect your
Exactly.
wife.
Sure.
Now, obviously, we're only getting a little glimpse into what the relationship dynamic is with the in-laws, and I'm sure everyone can probably relate at least a little bit to having some sort of issues with in-laws. But from my experience, I feel like if you are someone who is secure in yourself, like I said earlier, she's a very insecure woman, someone not liking you, especially like the parents of your partner, you're usually able to be like, oh, well, that's their problem. Has nothing to do with me. That's just them being weird. But you can still have respect and, be a normal person to them. But it's clear she has a very big issue with his parents. And if they are racist towards her, I could see why she would. But getting upset at your husband for calling his mom for Mother's Day is a bit over the top. You don't have to like them, but it's his mom. Of course he's gonna call her on Mother's Day. But he also should be demanding that they respect your marriage. This is the partner he chose, and his parents have to respect that. And when you get married, that becomes your new family. That is the family unit that you should be focusing on. And if your parents have an issue with that, that's on them.
What we're going to enter is a spousal agreement. Are you glad that you came on?
Yes, I am.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you didn't like hearing all the stuff I had to say. I didn't tell your age, though. No more surprises. You're going to try to discuss things with your husband.
Okay.
Secondly, you're going to discuss things and listen to him. He doesn't have a problem with you going out. That wasn't on the list. I did. And so
Well, can I still go out once in a while?
I don't think he has a problem with it because he's getting his little treat when you come home, so he didn't open his mouth. So I'm going to stay out of that part. I'm not going to fix what's not broken.
Right.
So if he doesn't have a problem with it, nor do I. I was just saying to you that you're better than that. You're a classy lady. You don't need to have young men tell you you look good. You go look in the mirror one day and then start to love yourself, and you'll see where you won't even need it. But that's just judge. But he doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Mm-hmm. And then the final thing is, he wants to have his parents to come. He wants them to interact, but you need to talk with them and see if they really changed.
Sure.
They owe it to you, your wife, and your children to come into their home.
Right.
If they do that, you have agreed then that you will be more than willing to let him go with the children to see them.
Sure, no problem.
All right?
Yeah.
I think we've got a good
That'll
start.
be a miracle.
You all are a great couple. Uh-huh. Flip side, the woman's having the midlife crisis, but hopefully it'll be over soon enough. But trying to grab hold to something that's not you. You're better than that. And you got a good man, if I say so for you.
Thank you.
Court stands adjourned. Good luck
Thank
to you,
you.
okay?
Thank you.
My husband take me to court, and now I know that he is serious, and he does want me to make a change and make an effort, and I think I'm agreeable to that.
After leaving family court, John says his wife Judy has refocused her attention back on the family. Judy agrees that they're doing better than ever, and the whole family is planning a visit to see John's parents.
Well, sounds like they got their happy ending. Honestly, it seems like their marriage is pretty good. They both seem more or less happy in their marriage. She didn't really have anything bad to say about her husband. He just wants her to be around, wants her to get along with his parents, and wants her to consult him before buying an apartment, which I think is very reasonable. She definitely has a little bit of growing up to do. She acts like she's in her 20s, so it makes sense why she gets along with them so well. I don't see anything wrong with going out with your girlfriends every once in a while. Moms deserve a night out too, okay? But don't let it get in the way of you actually being a mother. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. Do you think the mom was doing anything wrong, or do you think she's justified in what she did? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.